Here we Skol!
Get this party started.
Yes, welcome to Here We Skol. We're closer that
We
time.
getting there. We almost got that.
Yeah.
Only been working on, what's it, week 10? Good thing we ain't having a blocking comment. Giving up sacks all damn season.
Right? Speaking of sacks. Kidding. We won't go there. We won't go there.
Let's get in this. We've been lollygagging a lot lately, so we're going to try to blow through these a little faster, make it a little easier on the production team in the back.
Yeah, we're not going to let this be the Viking Steelers show. Instead, we're going to go talk about the weekly picks for week 10 and just get right into it, like we said.
There ain't nothing wrong with talking about Vikings and Steelers.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean,
we just took advantage of the opportunities to share.
Anyways,
Right.
And you know, honestly, my team's been so bad. I've been needing this as like an outlet.
It showed.
This is my
Trust me.
moment.
It showed. And by the way, before we get started with the episode, we're just going to start with an over-under of how many any-who's am I going to throw out there this week?
Man, hopefully, anywho, we don't do too many of those. Or
Right.
on to the next.
Right. So,
we watch our videos. We trying to get better, be a little constructive with it.
Man, I was annoying myself. I was like 10 minutes in. It's like, and how much was edited out?
Oh man, I didn't see that, but I heard a lot of them because I watch them all, so I can't help it. But
All right, that's out of my system. So we're gonna be covering this week's picks. Week 10, man. Week 10.
man,
Week 10.
but we're not even halfway through the season yet.
Right. It's crazy.
New 17-game season mixes it up this year.
Yeah.
See, Tom Brady was crying about it.
Yeah, one extra game is not fair. Or so, I saw just the headline,
That's not.
and I was like, whatever.
Definitely taking it out of context, but
I don't know.
he was still whining about an extra game.
Yeah,
But I mean,
know.
it's not like you get an extra paycheck, really. I think it was something like they don't.
No, I guess not because their annual salary is based by games. So then their game checks actually got smaller.
Yeah, and they signed that contract earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I thought they said something like they changed it where they still offset it somehow. So maybe, but
Most contracts are prorated and shit anyway.
Right,
So
right. So I don't know. I don't know enough. I'm not a capologist or nothing like that. Never.
a la Bobby Bonilla,
Nah.
that dude's still getting paid.
Matthew Silver today. I came from volleyball practice. Got my new 12 and under girls team.
Yeah, how they do.
Anyway, sorry.
Meanwhile,
I don't know why I even brought it up.
right.
Oh, so
It's cool. Oh, we're talking about the hair. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Hey,
Stuff like I usually.
life of Coach. Hey,
Anyways, all right. So let's get into these games.
not much improvement.
First game of the week, we got Baltimore on the road at Miami. Baltimore is favored by 7.5 with the 46.5 over under.
How you feel about that?
I mean, that's kind of high over under, I would assume, for these two teams, especially with the way that Baltimore defense played last week.
Yep.
See, I don't.
Is Tua playing or is Tua not playing? Like, are they?
Does it matter?
Well, I'm thinking they're using the injury as just an excuse now,
I mean, you're not.
and just going with Brissett for the season. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen many people put on the IR released and signed a week later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how the hell does that work? So,
Right.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I don't know what's going on out there in Miami. I really don't care, personally.
It's Miami.
Miami, they haven't been relevant. And
Don't care about football down there that much anyway. After the Hurricanes, the football team. I mean,
Dan Marino left, yeah.
that was it.
Yeah, you're right. At Florida State, none of them are really superpowers no more. So, yeah, maybe Florida's falling off the map. Nah, I wouldn't say that. They got too many players out there. Miami's still putting ballers out there every
Right.
single day and week and month and year of the day. Anyways, whatever that just meant. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Baltimore in this game. I don't know about the spread, and I don't know about the over and under. I haven't really watched enough Miami to be truthful with you.
Be convinced with anything on there that they might offer on that.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't touch this one with a pole. Personally, I like to bet on stuff that I kind of know about.
With a no foot pole.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll definitely go with Baltimore though. But how about you, Chavez? What you talking about?
I'm going with Baltimore as well. I mean, it's Baltimore. It's Miami. Yeah, I'm not sure about that spread or that over under. I think, man, with these over-unders, I really swear, like, they just base it off the previous week. And, like, yeah, they scored 30 points last week, so they're going to score 30 again, maybe more.
Man, I hit every one of my over-unders last week. So
okay, well,
every over, I bet 3 of them. I usually don't touch them, but it's just, it's like you just
It seems almost like the logical, like you see them now. But we were just talking earlier, like, with some of these spreads, too. It's like it's a bettor's dream. Like, wait, I'm taking that.
That over-under on that Buffalo-Jacksonville last week, when they put up that whopping 12 points. 15, I mean, 9-6. That's ugly.
Oof. But, anyway, I'm going with Baltimore here on this one too. So
right on, we're in agreement on this one. I think we're going to start out with a lot of these being the same, but it seems like a really lopsided week this week, where it's like they're all no brainer.
The matchups are just too much,
spreads are huge. Everything's like a touchdown and a field goal. Like what? Yeah, I like it. I think my bets are going to pay off well this week. So
we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
On to the next one. So we.
Hey, that's you drinking.
That's me. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid now. Maybe we'll switch it up, huh? Let's see how many Nathan throws out there. Anyway,
I ain't said it once yet.
We got the Falcons of the ATL heading down to the Lone Star State, the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is favored by 9. No. I don't know. The only motion is.
I'm sorry. I should have known that was coming.
You asked for it. Anyway, so you got Dallas favored by 9, over under a 55.
I believe that.
You think so?
Well, yeah, I do, because Atlanta's been putting up a good solid 3-4 touch. My boy Patterson's been tearing it up. I told you, boy. That boy Patterson ain't been playing. Pulled off the upset last week. Called that when they paid out. I picked them to cover the spread last week, and they did a lot more than cover the spread. So
yeah, I mean, they did.
I'm gonna bet them this week again to cover the spread, because 9 points after that game Dallas put together last week. Did you see that? That was awful. So
that was like the doo-doo Browns.
I almost felt like, dare I say, Dak should have got benched for. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But I mean, that boy Cooper Wright put up about 350. I don't know, I don't know. So, anyways, we're going with the Cowboys on this one. After all of that said and done, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. How about you? Who you going with?
Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a pretty straightforward one. 9 points. Like we said last week, when Buffalo was favored by 10. Usually that's like a college spread. You expect your team to win. We was wrong last week. Man. We called that the lock of the week. Trevor Lawrence was like, not really. But I didn't bet it.
I'm afraid to see what my results are at the 9-5 pick'em that I did last week, because
man, there's just been a lot of weird upsets lately. So I think everybody's been kind of.
No, you know what? It's football. That's what happens.
Man, you got officials out here that can't seem to see straight or know their left hand from their right hand. Every game I watch, there's 4 blown calls. 4 blown calls every game I watch. It doesn't matter who it is. I felt bad for Chicago.
With that flex from Marsh.
You know what? At first, I was like, that was a BS taunting call. But he was staring at the bench for a while. He walked over there like, what?
Exactly. And here's the reason why. He was cut from the Steelers 2 months ago.
And I understand all that. But that was a little much.
It was a little much.
That was a little much. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just so sick of these trash refs. How are you a $1 trillion business? Teams are worth billions of dollars. And you have part-time refs. These niggas work about as much as cats at McDonald's. And then you wonder why we have... there's so much money on these games. It's like I'm dealing with the cable companies. Bogus-ass monopoly.
Wasn't Ed Hockley, Mr. fucking Biceps, wasn't he a school principal?
In their full-time job, because they can only part-time in the NFL.
Yeah. And let's just move along.
It almost makes it unwatchable sometimes. Honestly, it's just brutal. It's like, why even have rules? Just fucking throw the flag whenever you want to.
We say that, but we love football so much we know we're still going to watch it.
Nah, I blame my mother for fucking indoctrinating me as a goddamn kid to like this trash-ass fucking team in this rigged-ass league. Fuck the NFL and fuck the Vikings. All right, I'm back. Skol, baby. You know, I mean, this, man. I be fighting with it. I hate this shit sometimes, Chavez. You don't understand how much I hate these motherfuckers.
All right, so then let's talk. All right, so let's talk about New Orleans at Tennessee then. All right,
New Orleans at Tennessee.
New Orleans at Tennessee. Tennessee's favored by 3. Over under 44.5. Who you got?
Tennessee been on a tear. I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell's quarterback for New Orleans. The Hill now? Is it Simeon? Which one? I don't know.
I think it's still Seaman, dude.
Show some damn respect.
Seaman. Gurgle. I don't know. Anyway, I got Tennessee on this too. I mean, damn, they surprised me without King Henry. Still dominated. Adrian Peterson looks like he's 35.
Man, but that's good for Adrian Peterson.
Right, because ain't he 40? 45?
I mean, I don't know. He ain't that old. He up there, though. He good.
I think he's almost as... No, we won't get there. Anyway.
No, he ain't touching Tom Brady, if that's what you was
No, I ain't going to Tom Brady. I was talking us. Anyway.
Well, that don't mean nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fresh 32.
I've been 25 since 1987.
Who cares? We men. We supposed to age gracefully.
Right.
While I'm losing my shit over here about the trash NFL and their crap officiating. But anyways, Triggered is over. On we roll.
Right. Tell me about this next game we got coming up.
We got Cleveland. It's actually a good one. Cleveland at the Patriots. Patriots only favored by 1 at home. We got a 45 over and under. Cleveland bounced back hard last week, like I said they would.
Yeah, you called it.
in a damn mouth.
Played Burrow and Chase, and I got nothing. I still won my fantasy, but...
That's some division games, man. They don't play in that Cleveland defense is not to be played with. That's why this week I'm also going to go with Cleveland again. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think Mac Jones is still a rookie last I checked.
Still
and Cleveland's defense is still Cleveland's defense.
Apparently a dirty rookie.
Yeah. I mean...
Did you hear about that?
No, I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it.
Oh, okay.
And I would have did the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, dude was frustrated. He got popped to the ground. The guy that knocked him on the ground after the play was walking away. So he, like, tried to kick to trip him and shit. You could just see it was like a little kid with a little... Motherfucker. That's what it was. So it's kind of like, I get it.
Okay, all
Did
right.
you see Jokic slamming to Morris yesterday in the basketball?
No, but I heard the backstory with the brothers and the family getting involved or whatever.
They about to go to war.
Anyway. Oh, there it went. Number 1.
Hey.
Okay, we'll just count that one. Hopefully, I don't throw any more out there. But
Now he's all self-conscious.
right, I'm like,
you got to get other segues.
I don't know what to do with my hands now. I don't know what to do with my hands.
He really is trying to say, all right, shut the fuck up, on to the next topic. But he politely says, anywho.
Yeah. Anywho.
So, back on topic.
Cleveland at New England.
I did pick Cleveland on this one. I think the defense will get to him. Who did you go with?
I'm going to go with Cleveland on this one, too. I mean, New England by 1. God. No, Cleveland. Taking Cleveland. Doo-doo Browns, but they'll still win. All right. The next game we got going is Jacksonville going to Indiana. Indiana has favored by 10.5 points.
So
over under 47.5.
So at first I didn't get this. But then you told me Lawrence was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm wondering, is Lawrence more hurt than we think, and he's not going to play next week? Because if Lawrence isn't going to play next week, then I understand.
The only thing I'm reading is that they're not. He's not as mobile, so he won't.
He won't be able to flood from his.
He won't be able to flee from the pocket.
And Andy got a pretty good D line too. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I was just kidding. It threw me off at first when I saw the 10.5 with this team because Jacksonville's really been rolling pretty hard lately. I mean, they just won that game. That defense has been starting to fire on.
They've been grinding.
Yeah. So, I mean, 10.5, I'm taking the points on Jacksonville. That's another bet for me this week because I don't understand how they can get that far. But I still have Indy winning this game. They are at home. They need a bounce back. And who better to bounce back to than that Jags?
Yeah, against the Jags.
Without Trevor Lawrence on top of that.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I got Indiana as well, too. I think Urban Meyer's starting to figure the NFL out a little bit in here, and good for them. But Andy, I think the defense is just too strong. Man, Taylor running that ball.
Man, and Pittman Jr. too. Don't forget about my boy Pittman.
I've always seen him. He's always on my watch list in fantasy football. Depending on how deep the league is, if it's not that deep, I pick him up. I make sure he's on the bench at least. But
that's a beast.
Yeah,
he's too good to be putting on the bench right now, though.
Yep,
tough bench. So
all right, next game.
We got Buffalo going to the division rival Jets. Buffalo is favored by 13 with 47.5 over/under. Obviously, everyone's expecting a huge bounce back this week from the Buffalo Bills after that.
They're playing the Jets.
Thrashing. But, I mean, it sounds like the wrong Josh Allen showed up for Buffalo.
Man.
Because the other Josh Allen was bringing NFL first. But, I mean, it is weird. That's weird, right? Josh Allen intercepting Josh Allen, stacking Josh Allen.
Fumble recovery from Josh Allen.
Yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, I think Buffalo's going to bounce back on this one for sure. How about you, Chavez? What you got?
I think it's going to be a demolishing, but I don't think it's going to be 13 points.
So how is that a demolishing if it's not 13? 33-20?
No, I don't know. I'm just
You
talking.
just like the way it sounded.
I just like the way it sounded. I think it's going to be a demolishing. No, honestly, yeah, it is going to be demolishing. I don't know. I think, you know what? The reason why I don't think with the spread is because I think just like with any other game, the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter in the blowout, 8 minutes if it's really that bad, the Jets may get 2 touchdowns out of it, possibly.
Who's the Jets quarterback?
I don't even know. Flacco, I think at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's a good spread. I would actually probably take the over on this. I would take Buffalo's.
You would take Buffalo's points. Yeah, I don't know.
But I wouldn't touch it anyways. I hate games when they're that big unless I'm taking the under.
Yeah.
The guy who gets all the points.
Yeah, that'd be see, that's what I'm saying. I think just that garbage.
Yeah.
It could be 30-20 or 30-20.
Be 21-7.
30-20,
21-6. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That could cover, but then that means 1 touchdown. And like you said, it's under that spread.
That's it right there. Right.
21-14. It was closer than it looked, but
right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Onside kick gets recovered. So that takes us on to the next game for the week. We got Detroit visiting. Go ahead. Neil's coming. Pittsburgh's are favored by 8.5. 42.5 over under.
I don't know about that spread.
Detroit and Pittsburgh's at home. You have a wonderful coach who no longer looks like he's going to be fired this year. So my entire dreams of getting Mike Tomlin to replace Mike Zimmer is.
Well, you wanted Bieniemy first, right? And then you wanted Tomlin as the coordinator.
And that's a good point because this came up on something else, and I heard him say so. Like Kyle Shanahan seems to be the Kirk Cousins whisperer, right?
Uh-huh.
So the argument is, would you hire him if he got fired from San Francisco this year and keep Kirk Cousins?
Ooh, and the reason why everyone's saying Shanahan should be fired is because saying he's so overrated.
Right. And he just got fired, so it's like, do you bring in a coach that just got fired?
Right.
So that was my thought when I was saying Bieniemy would be the head coach with Tomlin as the DC.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just figured if Tomlin got fired, they probably wouldn't give him another opportunity for a head coach. But then again, it's fucking Mike Tomlin.
It's Tomlin.
I mean, someone told me I was stupid in the comments for saying Tomlin will get fired. And he was right. I was fucking dumb. I was hoping, though. I mean, fuck. I also said the Vikings was going 16-0. Nigga, my reality is my reality. My dick. Shit. Anyways, back to Pittsburgh and Detroit.
Yep.
I mean, it's a pretty no-brainer here. I'm going with Pittsburgh. Lopsided win. I got Pittsburgh covering 8.5 too. I don't think that's enough. I think Najee will just grind them. They have a beast for a running back.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would rest him a little more than they do, but at this point, they don't care.
Hey, they did give him some rest in the last game, a little bit until
they are starting to.
Benny Snell started to get some carries. McFarland got some carries in there towards the end, but yeah, they're still using him quite a bit.
Well, I mean, they should. He's a feature back.
However, though, Najee is now I've noticed is now setting up the Lord Freiermuth. Some play action. He's getting some plays, getting them.
I've been calling it all year.
I know you called it all year. I don't see why you let him go. Now, Wifey got him.
Yeah, but that's okay. I got him in all my other leagues. I was helping Wifey out a couple times.
That's true.
So,
By the way,
I had Kittle and Goddard, so it was like I don't really.
How does it feel that Wifey has you right now knocked out of the playoffs?
Oh, man, it's early. I got destroyed by the bye week. I'm past it. I've had like 13 players on IR this year. It's been insane, and I've just been fighting through, picking up, acting like it don't matter.
Turn into that season,
man. But shit, I'll grind it out, man. That's how it is. I hit them waiver wires. I know how that shit go. We'll be all right. I'll find me some sleepers. I keep my ear to the grindstone. We'll find us a running back sooner or later.
Back to the game anyway. Obvious. I got Pittsburgh. I think we just go on to the next one.
All right. Tampa Bay at the Washington football team. Tampa Bay is favored by 9.5, and we have a 51.5 over under.
They are coming off a bye week.
Who, the football team or both?
Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think both.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot. Both teams coming off a bye and getting each other. It's been a little different, but not for us. The Chargers got the bye week last week, so we get to see them with their. Anyways, we're not talking about that game right now. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
TB.
So who you got?
I got TB. Wait.
Yeah.
No,
TB.
I don't have TB. I got Tampa Bay. I don't have the disease. I'm clean.
I mean, what's wrong with tuberculosis, man? Just getting over pneumonia, man. I've been having this so sorry for coughing and having all this.
Got pneumonia. He had a cold. He had a cold.
They don't give you antibiotics for a cold.
They give you antibiotics for a cold.
Maybe.
So it's because then you don't get the infection. It makes worse where you get pneumonia.
Well, whatever they did, it helped. Thank you, doctors, in your wonderful medicine. I appreciate you. Holla.
Right.
All right.
All right. So we got the hometown team, Arizona Cardinals, hosting the Carolina Panthers. Arizona's favored by 10.5. But we get with the over under of 44.
So low, but I mean, have you seen Carolina lately?
Yeah, Darnold's out. He's got a fractured shoulder.
He played last week.
He played last week, but no, they just announced that he's out today.
Well, good, because he's man. So yeah, I agree. I see why they have the over under so low. Because they don't know if Kyler Murray is going to be there. They'll probably protect him because it's Carolina. Like, of all the teams you should rest, that's the one you rest against on the road. McCaffrey's back, but that's it, really, right?
Yeah.
C-Mac, and they didn't look like trash. They looked like trash last week, but maybe that was Darnold, so I don't know.
Who knows?
But
who knows?
that is crazy.
But yeah, Chase Edmonds is out. He's going to be out for a little while. We don't know about D-Hop either.
Right.
Who's
the other running back?
Connors,
yeah. James Connors. Jeez, talk about a touchdown machine, man. Maybe y'all shouldn't have let him go. But he couldn't stay healthy with Pittsburgh, so it is what it is.
Because they
you know what I mean?
Pittsburgh tried to use him as a more every down back, and he's showing he can't take the wear and tear, and he's just an amazing. He's that guy He's going to get you those yards to get the clock run, keep the clock running, and he's going to do the 3rd and 2. He'll get you 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, I think he's one of those great 12 to 16 carry backs.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them in the NFL.
He would have been a good set back when the Steelers had it running, where it was Willie Parker and the bus.
Yeah.
So Willie Parker ran the plays between the 20s. Mm-hmm. Whenever it got into the red zone, in came the bus.
I got you.
And I love that approach, man. You had fast
Call
foot.
that the old thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Work done might call stat. It's been done forever.
Worked pretty good. They got a Super Bowl out of it, but
Yep, definitely.
all right. So yeah, we went to we're not talking Tampa Bay. We're talking Cardinals. Yeah. I got the Cardinals still.
I got the Cardinals still. I think that over under is insane though. I'd probably take the over if I had to, but I wouldn't touch it.
I'm not gonna touch it either.
Too many injuries. You never know what to expect.
Never know. All right, Nathan.
All right, Minnesota at the Chargers. Chargers are favored by 2.5, 52.5 over under.
Close game.
This is the second in the week in a row. I feel like I should pick the other team, but I can't pick against my team. So I'll pick Minnesota to win. But if I was betting again, I would pick against the Vikings because they have shown zero resiliency, zero heart, in every possible way to lose a game that you could imagine. They might be in it.
I can agree with you on that. And here's the thing is I kind of believe it too because I think I said it for Carolina last week. I'm going to say it for Minnesota this week. I think the wheels are falling off.
Oh yeah, what you mean falling? We down to two wheels. They just happen to be on opposite.
You're down to two wheels and one of them's flat.
No, it ain't flat yet, but it is about to get flat. Give it 2 weeks, and we.
So yeah, I think the wheels are.
Two are off.
Anyway.
Two are off.
And then there's number 2. Good pun there. Minnesota. This is the start of the trend where, like you said, they're not going to fire Zimmer until he gets to the Green Bay game. So these are those preceding games.
Yeah, this is what has to happen.
That's going to start that trend and talk to when it gets to the Green Bay game. Bye.
And I'm wondering I said this last week in passing,
Uh-huh.
and I've kind of thought about it a little more, and I'm starting to wonder, maybe Kirk Cousins is deliberately trying to get Mike Zimmer fired. Like, I know they don't like each other at all. Like, it's weird. Like, their press conferences the last 2 weeks, they take turns throwing each other under the bus. So Kirk Cousins is like, I don't call timeouts. I leave that to the coaches because I don't never know what they want to do. And Zimmer's like, man, this thing can call timeout whatever the fuck we tell our players. They can call a timeout if they feel it's the right thing to do. So this week, from the last week, they were talking about there was a blitz and they made the wrong call, and everybody's destroying Kirk online. Sage Rosenfeld, fucking Alex Booth, everybody's tearing up Kirk, like cutting up the tape. Like, dude, that's a simple check, like rookie mistake. Check the line this way. That's why you have nobody over it. And Kirk, they asked him at his interview, and he was like, well, I trust my center to get it right. And if he doesn't get it right, that's on him.
Wow.
Because, once again, Kirk Cousins just works here. Like, how is that your leader? Like, how is that your leadership skills? So, yes, 2 wheels are off, and it looks like that whole thing's going. And to answer the question to my own thing earlier, hell no, don't bring in Kyle Shanahan and keep Kirk Cousins. Burn that bitch down, get rid of both of them. They got to go. Get them the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of Kirk.
So, with what I said about Minnesota
MVP
wheels falling off, I'm picking Minnesota to win because, again, this could also be that game where they win it and Zimmer gets to keep his job and just to torture you even more and longer throughout the season rather than.
It doesn't really torture me. I mean, honestly, I love the Vikings. Anytime they lose, I'm tortured. So, but I'm at the point where I hope they lose so we can get a better draft pick and the blow up we can restart it faster, if that makes sense.
It makes sense, but you have to do an actual restart reboot rather than this little.
I don't think we have to restart reboot. Personally, I don't think so. I think you can hover out of this season, clean house. Somebody's going to give you at least 1 first-round pick, if not 2, for Kirk Cousins still.
Yeah.
So that's 2. We get a bad pick. Now we're up to 3 first-round picks. I mean, we don't need that much to build. We need 2 linemen and a quarterback and a coach that's competent, that can put together an offense. I mean, what's so hard about that? There's a lot of that. Kellen Moore, I'll take Kellen Moore.
Wow. Okay.
I take the other Belichick.
The other Belichick, the cornerbacks coach.
Yep. I mean, I'm telling you, I'll try some of these options. I'll take Bieniemy still, even with his baggage.
Yeah. Moving along, we got the Philadelphia Eagles.
Did I pick? Yeah, I picked them.
Yes, you did pick.
Anyway.
You explained. So we have the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the Denver Broncos.
Yes.
Go see your boy Teddy.
Hey, Teddy. Hey, Teddy. Why aren't you my fucking quarterback? Oh, my God.
We need a towel wiper.
And that's a guy who stays and he makes checks and he understands what the fuck a cover 2 is and how to attack it.
You know, on my 9 to 5.
You know what Kirk said too? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
They put 2 safeties deep so I can't throw the ball deep. Dude, he's a fucking $40 million a year quarterback and he can't. Go ahead.
Anyway, I was going to say a coworker at the 9 to 5 is a Denver fan, but despises Teddy.
You know what's
Teddy's garbage. I'm like, you cannot hate on Teddy.
Carolina hates Teddy. So I'm like, man, trade Kirk to Denver. They just got that second and third for your boy. Maybe that's to get Kirk ammo. I'll take a 1, 2, 3. Go on, get him the kick that man, please.
All right.
Take him and his.
Well, with that there, Teddy and the Broncos are favored by 2.5 with an over-under of 44.
You know I'm picking my boy Teddy. Oh, yeah. They was like, get Von on him. Oh, they're not go. Teddy was like, man, get the fuck out of here. Oh, deep ball. Oh, I thought I couldn't. You know what he killed too? Cover 2. Crazy. Anyways, what he's going to say? Who you got? Go ahead.
I actually got Philly on this one.
I know. You always hate on Teddy.
I don't hate on Teddy. I picked Teddy to win. I got Philly on this one because I don't know. Philly seems to be a little bit on the roll too, and they're kind of
man. Let them come. I always look at the quarterbacks. At the end of the day, I always look at the quarterbacks. Who's going to win that drive at the end? Because that's what it always comes down to in the NFL. When your team was going on and they went down and you sent me that text, I was like, come on now.
Yeah.
Too. That's why I didn't even respond. I was like, shut up. Anyway, sorry. Here we go again.
You keep it around.
Seattle at Green Bay. Green Bay is favored by 3.5 with the 49.5 over under. I find that odd with the A-Rod COVID. Like, is he even going to be back in time to start?
Well, initially they were saying that he could clear as early as Saturday, but then you mentioned that now with him actually not being.
Yeah, I thought if you get COVID and you don't have the vaccine, I believe it was like
you have to do the 2-week quarantine,
weeks, and then you have to have 2 positive tests afterwards.
Exactly.
So to me, that sounds like 16 days. So didn't they find out like the day before the game? So that would make me think he's not going to be up for this next game either.
He's
Harrison Smith got popped in the morning. They was like, yeah, he out the next one because he ain't vaccinated either. So.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean, not like I'm not vaccinated, so I mean, shit. I'm not knocking you for not being vaccinated. I'm just, that's football. You're fucking the team over a little bit, but
that's what happens.
I'm a hypocrite though, so don't listen to me.
I'm going with the Seahawks on this because the chef is back, and Russ is gonna be cooking up.
Yeah, Russ looked like he been chopping at the bit to get out.
Man,
pregame, he been ready, boy.
Ooh,
another quarterback that looks like he understands what being a leader is and what it takes.
He basically he would simulate an entire game by himself pregame.
Could you imagine Kirk Cousins doing that?
You know, when you mentioned prep, like game prep, you say Russell Wilson and what he does and what they've shown him do. You're like, damn. When you say Kirk Cousins, I think of like back in the 1970s, he's sitting in the locker room smoking a cigarette. I'm gonna run out of segments of cutscenes to throw in because of all this.
So we're gonna move on. So I picked Seattle as well. I do think they are gonna win this game. Russ is back. And they're not out. You know, they need to win a few, though. And it's Jordan Love. That's a no-brainer right there.
Yeah.
No-brainer.
At least I hope Green Bay is nice enough
To let his parents
to let his mom not sit in the last row, maybe the third to last row.
I love them for that.
Lower upper deck at least. Come on, man. Throw some popcorn and a hot dog or something.
I heard this joke. It was like, it's because when Green Bay comes to town, they'll never have to get tickets for the quarterback's family. So it was like last minute, they had no idea because, you know, Aaron doesn't talk to anybody in his family.
Oh,
he never has to
that's
get
right.
tickets for anybody
You don't
in
need no
his
tickets
family.
for wow.
So they didn't know that there would be quarterback tickets needed until last minute. Like, oh, shit, your quarterback has a family that likes him? Wow.
So we were able to find these two. They didn't.
Right.
The season ticket holders didn't show up.
Right.
They donated their tickets. Insane. Anyway, all right. Next up, we got the Sunday night game. Kansas City Chiefs heading on down to Las Vegas, face the Raiders.
Yeah, your favorite team.
The Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Who'd you pick? Who'd you pick on this game, by the way?
You know what's crazy? I picked the fucking Raiders on this, even though they lost their head coach. They lost both their first round picks in the, was it 2020 draft? 2019?
I don't know. The cornerback.
Their cornerback and their wide receiver, both were first rounders in the same year. Them dudes are gone.
It happens.
I don't know about that. 2 first rounders from the same team?
Well, I will say this, though. A lot of the people that they have drafted, a lot of people have always kind of red flagged them.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think
They've
sometimes when you get red flag character people, you get red flag character behavior.
Yeah, and yeah.
I'm not even, you know, unfortunately, it is what it is. Not everybody's head is screwed on the same way.
Right. Respects and apologies to the families, those affected, and all this and all that. Of course, you know, condolences definitely.
Tough situation for sure. Apologies for. I don't know.
Anyway, I got the Raiders on this one. I with the way Kansas City's been playing lately, even though yes they've won the past couple games, that offense is figured out. I mean, what other?
I just don't think they have a lot of.
Unless they're just not making adjustments.
I think they're stuck with the 2 right now with Hill and Kelsey, and everybody knows that. So
Yeah, the running back isn't doing too much either.
right. So I think you know, it's growing pains. You pay your quarterback $800 million. You have a hard time to fill some of those holes, and they've been trying. They've been doing the best. They've been trading. They've been trying.
Their holes are more in the defense too.
Yeah. So, but I mean that's part of the problem.
Part of the problem.
You can't stop anyone. You got to score every time, and when you got to score every time, you got to get a little more aggressive.
Right. Take more risks.
So,
but who do you got on this one?
I'm going with the Chiefs. I think they're turning it around. I still believe in Pat Mahomes. I still think he's a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so I think, you know, everybody has a couple bumps in the road. I guess I could say the same for Kirk, but they're not the same kind of bumps.
Well, I mean, his are more deliberate rather than...
I'd rather you mess up being aggressive than mess up being passive.
Right.
We're not going to win either way.
Right.
Passive, we're going to lose more than we're going to win. If you're aggressive,
Mahomes will force that ball in triple coverage.
Man, and I told you, Kirk said there's safeties over the top. He ain't throw it.
He's going to throw that out. He's going to throw it out of bounds.
Where's my tight end? How come the tight end and the fullback got more targets than Thielen and Jefferson in the last 2 weeks? Like, how is that even possible? Like, how do you not game plan that a little bit?
Your boy's on some juice or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Why even have players? And,
I don't know.
It don't make no sense. But anyways, all right, on to the Monday night game.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We got the Rams heading to the division rival San Francisco, who's been struggling. Rams is favored by 4 with a 49 over-under. I don't know how they get in the 49.
I don't know how they're getting the 49. Well, 49 with a spread of 4. So
I can see that.
24-20, yeah.
That pace. 25-29, 24-20. I don't know, man. I don't know why I always be over here trying to throw
27-30, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, that's a crazy ass spread. And considering with how San Francisco looked last week, and they're giving and against the Rams defense.
Like they say, you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't got a chance.
That's true. Well, I mean,
they've been trying with Garoppolo for what, 3-4 years?
Garoppolo seems
he's inconsistent. He can't throw a consistent ball.
No, he can't. No,
and that's his problem. He always let a couple go a game, and that's enough to lose every game because San Fran like to run this slow, low-scoring game too. Just run the ball, play defense. Let's win 7-3.
Yeah, you just have that game manager.
Yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to have a quarterback to open it up, though. Supposedly he's a mastermind. He did wonders with Kirk Cousins, I guess.
Yeah.
5 years. Everyone was in cover 3, so he didn't have to see any two safeties.
Regardless.
So, yeah, that's our picks for the week.
You didn't pick. Who'd you pick?
Who'd we pick? We both picked the Rams.
I never did nothing about the Rams. I was just talking about the over-under and the spread.
Oh, well, I picked the Rams.
I picked the Rams, too. Yeah, you're right. You hats out the bag.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I've been having rough times. The Vikings been killing me these last couple weeks, man. It's just been painful.
No.
Man, that's how I feel. Like, how you have such a good team, and every day I'm coming, like, man.
The life and time, like you said.
Hey.
You were born into loving this team in this league.
This is what we get.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we get. Hey, it could have been worse. I could have been a Detroit fan, I guess, right?
Yeah, you could have been a Browns fan.
I mean, I take the Browns right now over the Vikings.
You take Stefanski?
All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in. We love you. Like, subscribe. I'm working on it.
Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your therapist, apparently. Got to talk about it a little bit more. But anyway.
Thanks for listening to my therapy rant. These words do not express the opinions of nobody here, including myself. I just go on sometimes.
You just word vomit on that shit?
Man, but I feel like I have to look. Let me take one from the Vikings office. I'm gonna have to go back and review the view. Let you know exactly what happened on that play because it's too current in my mind, so I can't really recall it.
Review the view.
So we'll talk to y'all in a couple days about some of the problems and situations that we've been struggling through. Thank you for your question. All right.
Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you again.
We Skol.
Hey.